All right, let's jump right in. If you fly frequently, or if you ever need to pop into a federal building, what we're covering in today's explainer is absolutely essential. We're going to demystify the exact steps you need to take to lock down your Maryland Real ID before time runs out. Picture this. You get to the TSA checkpoint for a domestic flight next May, bags packed, ready to go, only to be turned away because you've got the wrong ID in your wallet. Oh man, it is literally a traveler's worst nightmare. But hey, it's 100% preventable if you know exactly what's changing.
So here's the bottom line. A Real ID compliant license is about to become an absolute necessity. Whether you're flying commercial, walking into a federal building, or, accessing a military base or a nuclear power plant, your standard ID, it just won't cut it anymore.
To make sure you aren't left grounded, our roadmap today covers understanding Real ID, eligibility requirements, the documents checklist, the application process, common pitfalls and solutions, and finally, renewal and replacement. Let's get to it.
Section 1. Understanding Real ID. Origins and objectives of the federal mandate. So where did this all start? Well, following the 9/11 Commission's recommendations way back in 2004, Congress passed the Real ID Act in 2005. The goal was to set up uniform security standards for state-issued driver's licenses. Fast forward to today, and wow, we are facing a firm card-based federal enforcement deadline on May 7, 2025. And just so you know, the final phased enforcement window closes completely by May 5, 2027.
Now, if you look at the two credentials side by side, spotting a compliant Real ID is super easy. Just look for the star in the upper right corner. That star basically proves your identity was verified using strict federal standards. A standard ID, it's still totally valid for everyday stuff like driving or cashing a check, but it will literally say not for federal identification right on it, meaning it will restrict you from those federal purposes we just talked about.
Moving on to Section 2, Eligibility Requirements. Who qualifies for a Maryland Real ID?
The basic criteria here are pretty straightforward. If you live in Maryland and you have legal U.S. status, you meet the baseline to upgrade. Normally, standard Real IDs are valid for 8 years. Now, actually, if you're a foreign national legally present in the U.S., you can get a limited-term ID that matches the duration of your lawful status. One quick note, though. Undocumented individuals or those without valid USCIS paperwork aren't eligible for Real ID, though they might still qualify for a standard, non-compliant Maryland ID if they file state taxes.
Check this out. A whopping 91% of Marylanders, that's about 4.45 million people, are already compliant. That's huge. It proves the MVA's process is actually working and is totally doable for the roughly 434,000 residents who still need to secure their star.
All right, Section 3, Documents Checklist, Mastering the Core 4.
Okay, pay close attention to this part because you must physically bring original documents to hit these specific categories. First up, one proof of age and identity. Think a U.S. passport or a certified birth certificate. Second, proof of your social security number, like an original card, a W-2, or pay stub, but it absolutely has to show the full 9-digit number. Third and fourth, you need 2 separate proofs of your Maryland address. This could be a utility bill, a vehicle registration, or a lease, but they must come from 2 different organizations. Next up, Section 4, Application Process, Step-by-Step Guide to the MVA.
The MVA really wants you to start this 4-step process online. So step 1, hop onto the My MVA portal and book an appointment at your local branch. Step 2, triple check that you have your original Core 4 documents. Step 3, when you actually visit the branch, they're going to review your paperwork, cross-check it with federal databases, and snap a new photo of you. And Step 4, you just pay the standard fee based on your age and license type. Pretty painless, right?
Section 5, Common Pitfalls and Solutions. Avoiding bureaucratic delays.
Nobody wants a wasted trip, so let's talk about names. If your current name doesn't match your birth certificate or social security card, say because you got married, you have got to update it with the Social Security Administration at least 72 hours before your MVA visit. For anyone using a common law name without a court order, Maryland requires your SSN card plus 2 matching official documents like tax records. And please remember this, the MVA will never, ever accept photocopies, originals or certified copies only. Oh, and one more thing, don't try paying your ID fee at a traffic citation kiosk. Those are literally just for court fines.
Now, here is a surprisingly awesome twist. If you were born in Maryland and you somehow lost your birth certificate, you don't necessarily have to jump through hoops at the Vital Records Office first. Select MVA branches like Annapolis, Baltimore City, Essex, Frederick, Largo, and Salisbury actually partnered with the Department of Health. They can securely print a certified copy of your birth certificate right there during your appointment. Talk about a time saver.
Almost done. Section 6. Renewal and replacement. Keeping your real ID current.
So here's a really smart pro tip. Thanks to a 2021 law, Marylanders can renew their driver's license up to a full 12 months in advance. Doing this lets you transition to a real ID during your normal renewal window, which means you avoid paying any extra out-of-pocket replacement fees. Oh, and if you're part of that 91% and you're thinking, wait, do I already have one? You can instantly check your status using the Real ID lookup tool on the MyMVA portal. Before we wrap up this explainer, I need to add an important disclaimer. Government regulations can and honestly do shift occasionally. We've given you a solid foundation here, but you should absolutely verify your specific document requirements on the official m.mva website before you head out the door. So, the big question. Are you ready? Please don't wait until that May 2025 deadline leaves you stranded at the TSA checkpoint. Go ahead and take inventory of your core 4 documents today. As our world moves increasingly toward digital verification, getting your physical credentials aligned with these federal standards is a crucial first step. Will you be ready when the gates close? If this explainer helped you map out your game plan, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and drop a comment below letting us know when you're scheduling your appointment. Stay informed and safe travels.